Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm doing the 10 different styles challenge, I think it's called. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to try and draw my character in those styles. So here I am starting off with my normal style, and I'm just drawing my character as I would in any drawing. This one was particularly difficult because the way I position my camera in where I'm sitting, it's kind of awkward for me because I kind of have to work around my camera stand. I eventually got used to just sitting there, and so right now I'm doing the line art for my work, and I'm just going to color and draw it in my own style. I color it in with Copic markers, but when I started coloring it in Copic markers, I realized that the book I was using wasn't the book that I would use for my Copic markers. It wasn't a special book, so I kind of just panicked for a bit. But then I just stayed with it, and I just used it. I just tried it out, see what happened, and a lot of the time the ink did smudge in with the line art, and I was very messy when coloring it in, but you know what, it's fine. I wasn't really too harsh on my coloring. I tried to copy the styles, and I tried to get styles of TV shows that didn't have much shading, and yeah, I'm just focused on the way I draw them and the line art more than the coloring in part of it. Now that I finished that one, I'm moving on to my very first different style, and this one I decided to do the South Park style, just because I've been watching that show for recently, and I really like it. It's really funny. So here I go, just drawing out, and I used some of the characters on the show as a reference for the hair, especially because I noticed that hairstyles and how people draw hairs in TV shows are different to mine, and I wanted to keep that consistency. That's what I did. And because there aren't many horses in the show, and the show is basically about people, I decided to draw my character as a person. Now what I'm doing at the moment is I'm not adding line art for this one, because in the show there isn't really much line art, and I'm just doing it with I'm just doing the coloring in without line art. It was really messy, like it smudged a lot, and the color did spread, so some parts were off, and like the hands were really big and, you know, fat and stuff when they weren't supposed to be that big. But it wasn't the best picture ever, but it wasn't the worst either, so that's a positive. And now I'm coloring in the jacket, and I'm going to add in some of the details, because in the show they actually did have a little bit of line art in the eyes and the mouth and the jacket, and that's what I'm doing now. Now on to the next one. Now this one is a show that I've known for my entire life, and it's been my childhood favorite show, and I decided to do this one, and it's the My Little Pony show. Obviously, if my character is a pony, I have to draw her in the pony style, so that's what I decided to do. And it was really fun doing this one because I remember when I was younger I used to draw the My Little Pony style all the time when I first started drawing seriously, and it was just fun to go back there and just, you know, draw my character as she is now in the pony style, because I used to draw her a lot in the style when I was younger. And it was just interesting, you know, to just like see the styles and like draw my character in them, and it was just fun, you know. And it made me reminisce about some of the things I used to draw. Oh, the good old days. Now while I was doing the line art, I decided to do one of the wings open, just because I wanted to show that style, because the My Little Pony have a specific wing style, and I just thought I'd chuck that in just to add a bit to the style, and you know, it looked pretty good in the end. Now with the My Little Pony style, they never really had much shading, so I just did a flat coloring, and yeah, I didn't add much shading. I didn't add any shading at all, because they don't have shading in their normal show. So I just colored it flat color, and you know, just stuck with that. I definitely say the My Little Pony style is one of my favorite out of the ones I drew, because it just turned out like it looked like the pony style, and it just turned out really good compared to others like the South Park one. Now I lost some footage. I don't know what happened, my camera just spazzed out and just turned off, so you skipped the sketch part and the line art, so now you're just watching me do this. Anyways, so the style I chose for the next one was the Teen Titans Go style. That's because that one, again, was one of my childhood shows that I used to like, but also because I wanted to draw, I like the cartoon, I like drawing cartoons, and you know, I kind of like the cartoon style that Teen Titans Go had. It's just a simple little cartoon style, and I don't know, I just like it and I wanted to draw it, so I decided that I would try and do that. And I tried to use the base of Robin and Starfire, and it didn't really turn out as great. Like, some parts are kind of off, but you can kind of see what style it's from, like what TV show it's from. Okay, now for the next one, I decided that I would do at the same time do the old Teen Titans style, just because a lot of people like that show, and I like that show specifically. I like it better than the Teen Titans Go one, in my opinion. And I decided that I would draw my character in them. It's funny because when I first found out about Teen Titans, I actually had a character I created that was in the Teen Titans universe, and I drew her in the style I used to draw Teen Titans like almost all the time. So it was a bit weird and different to draw my character in the Teen Titans style and, you know, kind of draw in that style again. But it was fun, and I think this is one of my favorites because it turned out looking like the style, kind of like the My Little Pony one. The only thing is, it kind of falls into the Ben 10 style, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't know, just the way I look at it, like, kind of looks like the Ben 10 style. But yeah, don't worry, it's the Teen Titans style, it's not the Ben 10 one. Now coloring this one, I noticed that this style had shading, and I totally forgot about the shading part until the end. So what I did was I just overlaid the color on it to make it seem darker, and it didn't turn out that great, but you know, it still looks pretty good. I also tried to add shading in the hair because this is when I just realized that the show actually had shading. So I tried to add a little light of shading, and it kind of turned out pretty good. Not really accurate to what the show was, shading style is, but it turned out alright. Now moving on to the next page because I have no room, and for this next style I decided to do the old Yoo-Hoo and Friends. If you don't know what that is, it's a show that used to go on LPSAmino back in like 2012 or something, and this was a show I used to enjoy when I was younger. This is one of those shows that, yeah, this is one of the styles I decided to do just because it was something I used to like when I was younger. This one is not exactly my favorite. It didn't turn out as great as I thought it would be, but let me tell you, this is PawPrint right now looks so freaking cute. I just love her little eyes, her little snout, it's just adorable. I wanted to draw her as a pony in the style, and that's what I did with her wings and horn and stuff. And it was especially difficult with the style because it had a lot of fluff, and I did mess up a lot with the line art. But it didn't turn out as bad. Like, I didn't hate it and like didn't like restart or anything. Like, I kept going, I kept doing it, and you know, that's just the best. That's just the important part. I really like how I did the eyes. The eyes are like really cute, and you know, they're really friendly looking, and it's just so cute. I'm sorry. Now for the next one, I decided to do a show that I really enjoyed. It's a show from Netflix. It's a Netflix original, and it's called Green Eggs and Ham. It's a really recent show, and I really loved it. Like, it was a show that I really enjoyed. So I decided that it would be so cool if I did my character in their style, and it was so much fun, especially since this one was like a really cartoony, and you know, the hair I noticed on them were really curly and outgoing, and that's what I decided to do with my character because her hair is really curly. And it was just really fun to, you know, to just add all the swirls and all the curliness and all the fluffs, and it was just really fun to draw. Now when I started drawing this one, I didn't really like how I sketched it out, but then once I did the line art and I rubbed it out, I kind of appreciated it for what it was, just because, you know, you don't judge a picture by its sketch but how it's finished. and that's what I learned from this picture. Now on to the next sketch, and we have 3 more to go, and this is the third last one, and this one is the Simpsons style. Now everyone who does this challenge does the Simpsons, and I wanted to do that for myself as well. So that's what I did, and I especially like this one. Like, this is one of my like top 3 ones I like, because it's just such a simple design and it's so cartoony, and because I love the Simpsons a lot, it was so cool to see my character in their style. And this one was really easy to do. Like, I thought this one would be one of the hard ones, but it was very simple. The curls, they were like really cartoony and not as curly as the green eggs and ham style. And that's what I kind of liked about it. It was simple, and I'm sorry that it's kind of out of shot. I didn't realize that until a little bit into the coloring. And I do fix it eventually, so yeah. On to the next one, and this one is the Adventure Time style, and I specifically had fun with this one because also I love Adventure Time. It's like one of my favorite shows, and I used a picture of Marceline to kind of get the hairstyle because she had like the wavy kind of hair like my character. And for this one I decided to make it a bust shot and not just a head shot, and because I just wanted to try and draw the hands and the arms, and it was honestly fun, and I just loved it so much. Now right now I'm searching up a picture to get the mouth, and because I wanted to get a good mouth. Now for the line art for this one, I kind of stuffed it up with the head, so the neck was just a little bit too long. It's fine as it is. I just kind of messed up on the line art, and I don't really like it now that I can see how much I messed up in the line art. But it was really fun drawing it, and that's all that really matters. Now for this I tried to do some thick line art in some of them because I noticed in the style they kind of had some lines that were thicker than the others. It didn't turn out that great, but yeah, I just tried it. To the next picture, and this one was one of my favorite ones to do. It's the Rick and Morty style, and I absolutely love Rick and Morty. It's such a great show. It's really funny, and I had so much fun drawing my character in this style. I did try to follow the Morty style and a bit of Summers as well. It kind of looks creepy, not gonna lie, but that's what I like about it. Because the show's like funny and it's like immature, and I just thought, you know, my character's just gonna be dumb and creepy looking. It was so much fun to do, and I did lose some footage again, but luckily it wasn't that much footage. It was just me doing the line art, and it was specifically fun doing this one just because I like the Rick and Morty style and I just loved doing this. Now this is just a short video, a short challenge that I did. It didn't take me as long as the previous one did, and this is just one of those where I'm not exactly happy with it, but I'm also kinda happy with it with some of them. Some of the sketches turned out really nice and some didn't as much, but it was just one that was really fun to do, and it was just, you know, I really like styles. I like seeing different art styles and just looking and just thinking how people get to those styles, and even just looking at mine and just thinking, how did I get here? Like, what did I do? Like, all the drawings and everything that I did came into this style, and just thinking about other people's styles. And I just like the idea of people having different styles, and that's what I really enjoyed most about this one, drawing my character in different art styles, especially since they're like from TV shows and movies that I really enjoyed watching, and it was just so much fun, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making this video, and I'll see you in another video, and yeah, so goodbye, peace out, you know.